This is called mythopoeia, which refers to the act of making myths. When you see a thing needs doing, you do it. You jump into a pool, pulling to your chest a child with eyes still open wide as she sinks, and you lift her, cutting the water like a figurehead because her mother, in her panic, cried out your name. One dark night, years later, you are called again by thrashing sounds in your sister's pool. Uncertain what you'll find, you plunge in, torch in one hand, other under the belly of her cat, eyes raw with fear as you steer her to safety. But ever after, a certain caution, a watchfulness around water seems appropriate to your destiny, the secret dream of every myth maker, to survive, to hear your stories on the lips of others. And this was inspired by the BBC series of 5 and 6-year-olds playing. It's called Children at Play. What a terrible thing to be a child at play, heart forever on your sleeve, fistfuls of sand flying from transgressors, thwacks on the back of the head, so unexpected, boomerangs that hit their mark with cruel success, hair yanked by sleight of hand, hurting still. Who would stay a child in such a world? No carapace for the exposed underbelly. Too well I learned to cower before calamity, that the one who will show up to protect the naked outcrops must be me. This is kind of a strange little poem that, the West is associated in Irish tradition with death. So you'll see. It's called Enough. Every night I close the coffin lid, coyly leaving the curtains open, just wide enough to gratify the neighbors. I gave no thought to this before, the heaviness of coffin lids, though I've now acquired a taste for scratching sounds and the drag of fingernails on velvet. This was my house once, the one I haunt. Ah, the brave soul, they all sigh, never guessing who it is that still feeds the cat. Enough now, I am not unforgiving. Go west, go west. Oh yes, if you leave now, they will embrace you there. In the country of the ever young, the perfume of the air becomes your happiness. And this poem was inspired by thinking about all of the people who emigrated from Ireland. It was in a workshop with Moira Donaldson on Irish immigration. This is an Irish idiom, Mohiana agus Mohincher, all who came before me. I'm sitting in Kruger's pub, the past so suddenly with me, and the names, Morris and Mihal, O'Sullivan and O'Beheen, Tomas, Peg, and Brahim, who wrote of them, and the nameless, the dispossessed, the evacuees who left their island homes. Did they go, ice flows of memory, among the scant belongings they took to road or sea? Were their burdens lightened by the hint of smoldering turf that clung to them? Had they any notion then they'd never know such wealth again? And this is just a little poem inspired by snorkeling in Belize. And this was shortlisted for the 2015 Bird Board. It's called Q. A searing sun above the shallow waters of the reefs stirred tangles of light on the sands below. Mantos dodged in and about, ominous spans leaving little heart for bravado. An occasional shark ventured near, but not too. Man and beast alike seemed clear on entitlements in this watery world. As day darkened, I caught sight of her in the distance, making her slow, stately departure, like some golden zeppelin. Every scale of her breathing in, breathing out, delivering tumbles of tiny babies as seahorses do, the infants roiling about to escape their daddies, then queuing behind to follow her. Let's see, okay. I have 2 more poems to read. I think this one speaks for itself. It's called Revenant. Lying together in the early morning under a thin blanket on the verge of a vast expanse of highway, little noticing the occasional car, the kissing languorously, deeply, fully, were told familiarity. Better than ice cream, better than champagne, but nothing better, this total congruence of singularities, a whole lifetime of arrival. The light traffic continues. A few observe us as we observe them, with mild indifference. I am so filled with you, I am outside joy, I'm outside sadness, I'm outside comfort or any need of it. Nothing touches me but you, like a hand to a mirror. I cannot be added to or diminished. Everything on earth is smaller than we are. Cars still pass. A few people glance. I do not know yet. The world has stopped. I stir suddenly, awake without you, so certain only yesterday you were dead inside me. What have you left me? I love you as I love myself. The sad realization, that's where all the love is. Sad little poem. Okay. And then I decided, I can't explain my complete intoxication with this song, for which at my age I should really be slightly ashamed. But it's called All About That Bass. And I thought I would end with this one. And this is an epigraph from Doris Lessing. All sanity depends on this, that it should be a delight to stand upright, knowing the bones moving easily under the flesh. Does this sound okay? Okay. Okay, All About That Bass. My evenings scroll down Facebook, a clip stops me dead. The young couple doing the Charleston. Energy incarnate. I'm ripped from the apathy of the ether into their dance of praise, supple limbs akimbo under complete control. Such joyousness. I am so in the zone now, powerless in its sway. Feet scarcely touching, I hurtle down the stairs to keep the spell alive. Years brush away like cobwebs, and before the music fades, I'm already there. I am no age, but all light, all strength, agility. Mindful of the gift, there is no neutral space. Once it arrives, it's all about that bass.